Brother Matthias was a huge man, almost 2 meters tall, but his voice was gentle. He was also incredibly patient. It was Brother Matthias who taught George baseball for hours and hours, then practiced hitting, fielding, and pitching. George loved baseball, and he learned to respect Brother Matthias. George's favorite position was catcher. He liked this position because the catcher is involved in every play. One day, George's team was playing very badly. Frustrated, he mocked his team's pitcher. "Hey," he yelled, "I can pitch better than that." "All right, George," came the soft voice of the Brother Matthias. "Show us." Everybody laughed. George has big mouth, so it would be good to see him taught a lesson. People didn't laugh for long, though. George pitched well. In fact, he pitched so well that his team won. From that on, George would be the pitcher, not the catcher.
What did Johnny love?
Johnny loved baseball.
Who was Johnny's favorite player?
Johnny's favorite player was Babe Ruth.
What did Babe Ruth promise Johnny?
He promised to hit a home run for Johnny.
How did Johnny surprise his doctors?
He became well extremely quickly.
Did Johnny ever forget his hero?
For the rest of his life, he never forgot his hero, the great Babe Ruth.
Where did George's parents work?
His mother and father worked in a bar.
What did George do as a boy?
When he was a boy, George was always fighting. He stole things and didn't go to school.
How often did George's parents visit him?
George's parents didn't even come once a month.
What did Brother Matthias say?
He said anyone can be successful if they try hard enough. George is only a kid. He can become a success. I want him to be a success.
Who taught George baseball?
It was Brother Matthias who taught George baseball.
What is George's favorite position?
George's favorite position was catcher.
What did George say to the pitcher?
He yelled, "Hey, I can pitch better than that."
How well did George pitch?
George pitched well. In fact, he pitched so well that his team won. From then on, George would be a pitcher, not a catcher.
What happened in 1914?
In 1914, Jack Dunn, the owner and manager of the Baltimore Orioles, signed George to play for his team.
What did other players call George?
Other players called young George Dunn's Babe, or simply the Babe.
What happened 5 months later?
5 months later, the Boston Red Sox bought Babe Ruth.
What did Ruth do in the 1918 World Series?
In the 1918 World Series, Ruth pitched 29 scoreless innings.
And how was this record?
This record was not broken for over 40 years.
What did the Red Sox win?
They won 3 World Series in the 6 years Ruth played for them.
What happened in 1920?
In 1920, the Red Sox sold Ruth to the New York Yankees.
How have the New York Yankees been since 1920?
Since 1920, the team has been one of the strongest in America. The Yankees have won 26 World Series in 84 years.
What year did the Red Sox have to wait until they finally won another World Series?
The Red Sox did not win another World Series until 2004.
What is Baby Ruth's best record?
His best was 60 home runs in 1927.
Why was the record great?
A record that was not broken for 34 years.
Okay, what happened in 1922?
In 1922, he got into trouble both on and off the field.
What did New York City's mayor say?
New York City's mayor, Jimmy Walker, said Ruth was letting his fans down, especially the kids.
Did Baby Ruth change to become a good player again?
Yes, he became a brilliant player again.
How many home runs did Baby Ruth hit?
Babe Ruth hit more than 700 home runs in his career.
What did the crowd want him to do?
The crowd wanted him to strike out.
What did Ruth point at?
He pointed at the flagpole near center field.
What happened when Ruth hit the ball?
The ball flew over the flagpole and out of the ballpark.
When did he hit his last home run?
Babe Ruth hit his last home run, number 714, in 1935.
What happened in 1936?
In 1936, Ruth became the second player elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame.
Who was the first?
Ty Cobb was the first.
Okay. What happened in 1947?
In 1947, baseball celebrated a Babe Ruth Day in every ballpark.
What happened 2 months after his number was retired?
2 months after his number was retired, Ruth died of stroke cancer.
Okay, what happened on the day of his funeral?
On the day of his funeral, thousands of fans stood outside the church to pay their respects.